It's way too loud always. See, I boogered it up already. So upset right now. Welcome to, whoa, see, I'm like peaking now even. This is so embarrassing because I've got a couple guests. Two guests that flew here from a whole other province. It's pretty cool. They're right there. I'm going to bring them in and not make this super awkward. Whoa, there they are. How are you two?
Doing
Excellent.
Good, thank you.
We'll get rid of the crazy music. Thank you for making the way out here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's awesome. How long ago did we talk about this? Like since last time. You're like, next time we'll come. We'll be in studio. It's so much better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much
It's way better.
We love the studio.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's quite our style.
What do you think? I've done an okay job in here, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple little things on, like, you guys have been taking pictures of stuff, right? There's lots of little things to look at. Yeah.
We like it.
Getting lots of content for our socials.
Yeah. Super important. Get your content. How are things?
Yeah, good. Very busy.
Yeah. Why? Tell me why. What's going on in the world of Risio? Yeah.
Well, I will start off by saying we're busy because we're expanding. And we launched our first intake in Toronto recently, and we're excited about that. We've got the dental aid program, which Casey will talk to in a little bit. And we're looking at our future growth and where Risio is going to go.
That's super cool. Yeah, you guys are killing it. It's awesome.
Yeah, we are killing it.
So what are you most proud of right now? What's really working for you guys? Why are you guys exploding? What's at the nucleus of that?
Well, I think it's just because dental offices are constantly saying that their pain point is labor shortage. And so we are able to offer a solution, a really unique solution to that.
And like, let's dive into that, because like, such a huge problem. You guys have a fantastic solution for that right now. Are people signing up? Like, are people like interested in getting into this industry? Like,
yeah, it's been overwhelmingly positive reviews in the sense from both the dentist and the students. So dentists are loving the fact that they can keep somebody in their office working and upskill them. Lots of times they can actually access government grant money to be able to put a student through the program. And the students love the program because they can stay working. They have a paycheck throughout the whole program. They get mentorship from the dental team and just real live experience and the flexibility of online learning.
No, that's cool. What makes the program so special? Like, in terms of the content of the program, like, there's so many things changing in the clinical front. How do you guys keep up with that, especially when it comes to all the technology? You know, we're moving away from the goop and moving into all these cool pieces of equipment. How does that change things? Because, you know, things are getting flipped upside down. We can get into AI if you want.
Ooh, we love AI.
Yeah.
I'll speak to that first, but I'll let Casey talk about the tech because she's the techie one in our business. But I think our content is set apart because it was designed by Casey. So we all in Canada have to teach to the same curriculum that the national board tests us on as dental assistants. And we're lucky because we have the brains behind the learning content and the e-learning design, which is Casey. So that sets us apart from every other school in Canada. It's creative, it's leading, and we can change it on a dime. We can add content. Yeah. We can.
Are you finding that you are having to change things on the fly because of all of these new developments coming up? I guess there's a foundational base of knowledge that everybody's always going to need to learn. But as these new things come up,
yes and no. We wouldn't change what we've got on there, other than updates with new curriculum textbooks or things like that. But we can add content, and we've been really lucky that we've got industry specialists that come to us to ask us if, they can put content onto our site for the students to learn. So we're fortunate to have people like Dr. Gary Glassman that has done like full hour-long webinars and e-learning content for us to be able to add to our curriculum for the students.
Now, I know last time you guys were on the show, you guys were talking about how, like, the success rate of the students. Is that still, you guys are still tracking? You know, so that to me, it means that, like, the content's super engaging. People are doing what they need to do. What's your response for folks that are seeing these students after they've done your schooling, like in their clinics? Like, what's the feedback you guys are getting from some of the clinicians?
It's been fantastic. And our students, they just are so integrated into the office because they've been working for almost 2 years at this point when they're completely done the program. So for them, they finish up their last clinical module with us and they go and do their practicum, and it's just like another day at work. They are so well versed in all of the skills that it's just a great addition to the team. There's really no drawbacks.
This is so much easier with you guys here.
I know.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is
we'll
fun.
come again.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I was gonna like do the thing and show a little clip of our first session.
Please
it was
don't.
funny because like we were all sitting side by side, and I was up here, and you guys are like lower and lower. It's funny. Anyways.
Yeah, it's much easier being in studio.
So I go off on tangents. Sorry. That's awesome. So, you know, what, and I think I did ask this before, but I think it's super important because of the shortage of staff. What makes a good team member in a clinic? One that like takes on probably more responsibility than, you know, to handle the overflow of, you know, probably missing a couple people that should be in practice.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd like to touch on the other team members, not our students that are in the office. Just that mentorship component is really key. So when we have a student in an office, we can really tell when they come into their clinical who has been mentored and who hasn't. And so it's just really crucial for an office to really take on that mentorship role because it is so important in just molding that student into being a really great dental professional, one that, like you're saying, is going to go the extra mile and really have good work ethic. And that's also what's key about our program is a dentist can hire for a good personality fit, and then we can train them for skill.
Sure.
So you're not always trying to take a dental assistant maybe from another office that just because you need staff. So you can really curate somebody that's going to fit well into your team and integrate, and picking those qualities that really mean a lot to that office.
It's a difference maker.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it. Like you they're the sour apple. It's a small team. You know, team culture is the difference between a practice that does good quality service for a patient versus one that there's drama going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like, what do you say to those folks out there that are kind of experiencing that? Is there, you know, you guys have an offering where, you know, some of their team members could come and get some additional training?
Yeah. With our dental assisting program, we're always recommending that dentists put someone into the program, even if they're not looking for a staff member at that time, because they can always get someone upskilled. And then down the road, they've got someone trained and funneling through the program and ready to go if that ever happens.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's what we've been finding with some of the feedback from offices that haven't put a student in. They need somebody right now, and you know that immediacy is a roadblock. So we really want to educate dental offices that they can invest in a student early, and by the time they need somebody, they have somebody in place. So our most successful offices have actually put through 9 students.
Oh, wow.
For one
really?
practice.
For one, a big practice then?
A big practice, but they're always having somebody being trained in the waiting to be able to put into that clinical position. And they're just doing so fantastic.
That kind of stuff just pays off, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we're all biased here, right?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of you guys, but like, seriously, the more, like, folks get a sense of appreciation if you're investing in them. right, in their future. Like in terms of future, how do we see, is this labor shortage, is it ever going to be resolved? Is there any, like, is there people like influx of people, or like there's people retiring? Like, what does that look like right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know that we'll see a change in it anytime soon, which leads us into the new federal program with the government and how they are. Dental offices are, starving for team members, and this just creates even more need for the dental office to have trained people, and they need to be able to see the amount of people that are coming up into their clinic soon too.
I'm very curious. I'm watching this closely too. If we will see an influx of people into the practice, I don't know. I hope so. I hope if dentistry becomes more available for folks that they'll go. But there are several folks that have insurance coverage and they don't go.
Yeah,
right?
True.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are very grateful for the new program,
Sure.
Canadian Dental Care Program. And
sure.
The forecast is there could be up to 9 million new Canadians in accessing dental care. So
that's substantial. Like how many, like what are we at, 40 million in Canada? That's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So our offices do need to plan ahead and be able to kind of forecast that influx of patients with new staff members.
Yeah. So folks out there, if you're considering getting into the industry, there's a pretty awesome amount of opportunity, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's cool. So let's get into this Canadian aid program. Like what is going to be the extent of the coverage? Do we know what these folks are going to get covered for? Is it simple restorative? Is it like...
There's more than that. I did listen to a webinar on the rollout and the eligibility requirements, and it does have lots of coverage. There's still restrictions, of course, but it will definitely give people access that didn't have it before.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You got some notes there. Let's hear your first note.
Well, I wanted to talk about our new program, Dental Aid. So what we've done is really tried to think outside the box on how we can help solve the labor shortage. And so we do need more people in the industry. So we've created a program that is the non-intraoral component of our dental assisting program. So it's training students on sterilization, room turnover, tray setup, suctioning, four-handed dentistry, sterilization, maintenance, everything you can do that is the non-intraoral component of dental assisting. So this opens the door for new Canadians into our country to be able to take a program that's fully online. There's no clinical component to this one. And
like how important is that now?
Yeah, very important. Absolutely. Yeah. And then this also opens the door to interested younger students, so high school level. So if a student in, say, grade 12 was to take the dental aid program, they can get a really great, meaningful part-time job, evenings, weekends, summer, holidays. And then once they've graduated from high school and now they're working in a dental office, it's just a seamless next step to take the dental assisting program, also online and still working throughout the whole program.
And like, how great is it to be in the dental industry? It's a good place to be. It's a good career choice, I think.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah. And also by offering post-grad modules too, so like our ortho module, we're looking at other opportunities. So we're also keeping dental industry professionals in the industry by offering them that laddering so they can actually, go back for further education, expand their careers. So we're wanting to attract new people into the industry by giving them a really easy way in, as well as keeping them by educating them after they're
And you know what? Like I've talked to a lot of successful, even doctors out there, the dentists out there, and for them to have a long, rich career, it's education. Like the more you know, the more you can do. And I think that just keeps your mind, fresh and interested. I like, there's some people out there that just absolutely love what they do. And a lot of the new stuff that comes through the door would be like the patient, like no patient is maybe the same. Maybe like there are obviously some, similarities in terms of just cases that come through, but expanding your scope, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you're seeing, so you had a practice that sent 9 of their personnel into your program. What did they come and learn?
Well, they've all taken the dental assisting program now,
Mhm.
or are midway through it, and they've learned everything that they can to become a registered dental assistant in Alberta.
Mhm.
In Alberta, we also have the highest amount of intraoral skills
Mhm.
that we are permitted to do in Canada. So it's really advantageous for the students when they come into Alberta to learn all of that.
What does that mean? Like they can, they're doing impressions and things like this of this nature.
Yeah, everything that we are permitted to do based on what the National Board provides us guidelines on. And then in Alberta, we've got additional skills that we are permitted to do as well.
To me, if I was a practice owner, like I would want to have multi skill sets with each team member. Like somebody's sick, there's coverage there.
Yeah,
right. That's
absolutely.
That's awesome.
We've got dental administrators taking our programs, Steri techs, and of course chairside assistants that are working in little remote areas, and they haven't been trained yet, and so now they come to us, get the training, and they can do so much more.
What band are you guys looking forward to at Coachella?
Oh my goodness, Coachella.
See that left turn there?
Yeah, you did go on a tangent.
Yeah. Well,
do we want to get into that? We don't.
Well, I feel like you already know.
We should get into
music
that.
Taste. Mine is Tyler, the Creator.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go old school and say Sublime.
Nice. Not like, and we talked about this. It's not, there's no ghosts singing.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's his son. His son is taking over.
Yeah, that's cool.
Should be good.
I just derailed the conversation just like easily like that.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so let's backtrack even further here. So we've already talked about your guys' beginning, starting in the industry. Let's retouch on that, and I want to get back into your inspiration to why you decided to go this route.
Wow.
I mean, I could tell you guys are flying like all over the planet, so that could be.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But you guys have like perks with WestJet, so yeah.
Thanks to Casey.
Yeah, thanks, Casey.
We do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for hooking me up.
Never know.
Yeah.
It might be in your future.
There you go.
I think our inspiration, it hits close to home. We're both moms, and we know how difficult it is to be able to advance your career sometimes, and especially if you don't live in one of the major cities. It's just an extra barrier. So our most kind of heartwarming and rewarding stories are the ones from smaller rural communities that wouldn't have otherwise had this opportunity. They're just not able to do a traditional type of school.
Perfect. Now I want to hear some stories. I want to hear about somebody or like a couple stories about some people that mothers or whoever that might be that took advantage of the program and their life is enriched because of it.
Yeah, well, we've got students that were moms and in different industries like oil and gas.
Yeah.
And
we have welders and paramedics and all sorts of different second careers now.
Yeah, decided to go back to school, want to have a job that has better hours and just better work-life balance for their family. And they've come back to our program, and they're wonderful. They'll come up to Casey and I on the last day when they're putting on their grad caps and hug us, and there's tears.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
And
like how rewarding. Like must be such a we're doing the right thing moment.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We do cry too.
We do cry too.
You guys are human, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are.
Are you guys AI? Any fellas coming through the course at all? Any guys? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Maybe 1%, and so we obviously try and encourage that, and we'd love to see more males come into the industry. But
they make dental great dental assistants.
Yeah.
It does change the dynamic a little bit.
It's kind of it would be a different feel for sure. Yeah,
it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. What else? You got some more notes there. Let's hear your next note. I want to make sure that I cover all these notes.
We're covering it all. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I do want to also, you'd mentioned like, why is our content and everything so robust? And you gave me a nice shout out, but also I can repay that. So Carey has been on all the different boards, and she's taking her PhD and has her master's degree. So also in the dental industry, like, you've been in the industry your whole career almost.
Gosh,
and
a long time.
Yeah.
We won't age me.
Okay.
But
I won't say.
Well,
there's a real reason we're going to Coachella.
29.
Big celebration.
My
every year.
29th
It's your 30th, isn't it? Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah. And so, like, because we have that industry experience as well as the education, I think that is part of why the program is the way it is. And then also shout out to our team. We have really current, knowledgeable, skilled facilitators that are very caring, but also very competent, and they mark accordingly. And so our students come out very competent as well.
Yeah, and I think, even our national board exam results speak to that. The testimonials from the dentists when they talk about how well trained our students are, and now we are at the point in our business where we get to grow it. We get to do all the fun stuff behind the business, and we've got that team that allows us to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
when
amazing.
you have a good thing, it just grows, right?
Yeah.
People want to be a part of it. Where are you at with your PhD?
Well, I have just completed chapter 3 of my dissertation. So it's been about 2.5 years that I've been doing this, and I will be collecting my data fairly shortly. So just a little plug with the dental industry. I'll be contacting dentists to be a part of that. So I was fortunate enough to be able to write about communication barriers and tie it into the dental industry. So I'll be doing that shortly and hopefully finish sometime towards the end of summer.
Communication barriers on which front? In the practice?
No, when they're faced with crises. So such as the pandemic.
Sure. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, that sucked, but
here we are.
Here we are, and now we get to write about it and research about it. So I'm kind of the strange nerd that likes to do that sort of research. So
fellow strange nerd. Great.
Yeah.
We send all our students to Carey for any one-on-one coaching on time management.
Yeah.
So our students are busy too, and we have the best students, and they are motivated and ambitious, and they're working almost. The majority of them are full-time and doing schooling in the evenings, weekends, on top of family commitments. And so if they're ever needing some tips and tricks, we'll send them Carey's way on how to manage everything.
What's the sort of your foundational lessons there when it comes to time management? What's three good tips that
good tips. Take your laptop everywhere you go. I've been known to write many papers at the football field when my sons are playing football. Don't be afraid to say no to other commitments when, it's okay that you can attend certain things. You will again one day. And people understand. Yeah. I've got a really great network of friends and family in my life that understand that really I am out of commission for X number of years when it comes to
the good
events.
The good ones really will support you.
Yeah, for sure.
The selfish ones will be like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want those people in your life anyways, right?
But there's been lots of times where I haven't been able to attend certain things. I've been, on a crunch for deadlines for assignments, and it just is what it is.
We're only, you can use as many tools as you want, but we're all just one person. Right. Yeah. And really, I think I'm guilty for this too. The more you spread yourself thin, the less effective you are at whatever, you'll miss things, right? Or you won't do things to the fullest extent that they should be done. So saying no is, most people want to do everything, but it's sometimes it's just not possible. Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Like prioritize. Priority is huge. Yeah. I'm going through a restructure of that myself here with the business and everything. It's important because you just, you begin to lose you begin to lose, like you take 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. So you gotta figure out your direction.
Yeah.
That's another one too. Like I think a lot of people just don't know which direction to take, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. I think, for me, I can preach that I should say no, or that others should say no. But whenever I'm asked to join something or a committee or a board or whatever it might be next, I always say yes. I'm on the national board on the written exam committee. So I am fortunate enough to get to help write the questions that go on the national board exam. And I feel like that extracurricular work has really, I think, afforded us the opportunity to get to know different people in the industry and, gain that credibility and that knowledge that we need.
It's a big deal. Street cred is, people look like they base their decisions on, your if you're valid or not, right?
Yeah.
So, no, that stuff's important.
Yeah.
Cool. What else you got?
I know we've touched on all my notes.
Yeah. That's it.
We can talk about PDC.
Yeah.
How excited we are about
common.
that. That's always fun for us. In the dental world, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it was in 2022. It was a pretty big deal. PDC 2020.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Not funny. Not funny at all. I'm not laughing.
Funny.
It's a very
it's
serious
not funny,
thing.
and we're not the creator of COVID.
No.
Being in dental.
No. It's not our fault.
It wasn't the Pacific Dental.
It's not our fault, Bonnie Henry.
And will you be there this year?
We have a booth. We actually we were late to registering, and we put our name on a wait list, and actually got a really good spot. We're like right in behind the Phillips booth.
Ooh, I think you're close to us then.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're booth 1151.
So we'll be running the Red Bull back and forth.
Yeah. We have a double booth this year. So last year,
yeah,
we were really excited about being there, and we had a lot of great people come and join us and help us out in our booth, and we were really busy, and it was really great.
Yeah,
and we gave out really cool socks. This year we upped our game.
Brand new design, and I have to say I think they are really good.
Yeah.
I missed out last year.
And shout out to Friday Sock Co. So that's who we use this year for our socks. So we have, we're making people work for them though.
Yeah, because
they
it
need
kind
to
of
work for them this year.
You kind of got goofed over a little bit with the last pair of socks, didn't you? Like
I
Well, we were just really
that.
Generous. We just gave out socks to everybody.
Are you making people sing this time?
I mean, that might be a good idea.
No, I think
we like to sing.
We definitely won't sing.
We like to sing. We could make others sing.
Are you going to sing to people?
I'm not, but they could sing to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not sing together?
We could. Oh, that would be
Carrie
fun.
does have a signature duet.
Yeah, and I do like to play the guitar, as our friends from Smile & Co. can attest to that.
Yeah.
Because when we were at the Saskatchewan Dental Conference, we had a great Airbnb that actually had a stage and
a piano.
A stage
piano and,
at the Airbnb.
Yeah, so I recorded a few things for them. And
wow.
Yeah.
So you're you're going after your PhD or a music artist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know how to play the guitar, but I'll learn.
Oh, you will learn.
I will after I'm done my PhD.
Oh yeah, we're prioritizing things, right? Yeah.
You're going to have so much time when you're done your PhD.
Yeah,
but you will.
will.
You're going to pick up
learning
piano.
music.
Yeah.
You know what we like? You ever seen The Matrix?
Yeah.
Where Neo just like plugs his brain in and like learns. I know kung fu. We need that.
Yes.
How cool would that be? Like
that would be fun.
I want to learn how to fly a helicopter, but you know how to do it.
It's kind of like that with guitar, though. Yeah, just listen and play.
Yeah. Are you like? Do you have an ear for music? Like you can just like.
Yes. Yeah. I can definitely vouch for it.
I've been playing guitar for about 17 years.
Oh
so,
yeah.
No big
been
deal.
about like 6 months. 4, 6.
Did you play instruments growing up?
Yeah, the flute.
The flute. Sorry for all those flute players out there. Amazing.
No, I played that in school.
Did you have like flute battles?
No.
Sorry. No. That's cool. The flute's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's very elvish.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to play on the flute?
Oh man. Really?
Yeah. Go on.
Actually,
For real. Do you still have
For
a
real?
flute?
no, but I really liked Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh yeah. So were you in like a jazz band or something, or just school band
No,
and
just
stuff?
a really bad school band.
Oh no, there's no bad school
No.
It's a
bands.
pretty small town, I think.
No,
Yeah.
I think that was in my Ellerslie days.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. The flute days.
little town just outside of Edmonton.
Little town flute days.
Yeah, we were good.
Yeah, cool. All right. What else is
Casey
exciting?
didn't know
Like
that.
you guys are traveling all over the planet. What are you guys most excited about? Like let's talk about what are you most excited about this year, 3 years, and then in 5 years? Like where do you envision things going?
Yeah, well, I'd say Toronto is the most exciting for this year.
Mhm.
So we just took our first intake out of Toronto. So students now have the opportunity to either come to a Calgary campus, so servicing the West Coast, or a Toronto campus. And so now we can just provide a little bit closer location for all those East Coast students. So currently we have students from like all across Canada. We take them from Newfoundland right through to
Is
northern BC.
is there any sort of like provincial regulations? Like somebody from BC can't take a Calgary course because it's missing A, B, and C, or is it pretty open?
Yeah, it's fairly open. I mean, in Alberta, we've got all of the skills covered.
Mhm.
When they go to their own provinces, some of them they can't do.
Like, is there
So-
some modules that they would have to do in one province versus the other kind of thing?
Coming to the Alberta school, no, we've got that covered.
Mm-hmm.
But then going back, for instance, someone going back to Ontario, they wouldn't be able to do the provisional Crown and Bridge.
Gotcha.
So there are certain things that are not consistent province to province.
Yeah.
So every regulator has their own rules on what can be done.
Sure. And that's like interorally.
Mhm.
I know, like I heard that with the scanner, like can we
Yeah.
scan and do like mouth guards
Ooh.
aside from,
we teach the iTero scanning and
without
our-
like
yeah.
dental approval? Could it be done outside of like clinical? Like,
I feel like we should choose not to talk about that.
it's
right
Is
now.
it Fight Club stuff?
Well, there's just some gray.
It's
in the
a
industry.
gray area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can defer that if anybody has that question. Is just talk to your own regulator.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Smart
And,
answer.
and again, it's probably different province to
Mhm.
province.
Yeah. I know laboratory can scan for mouth, like sports guards and things like this. Yeah. And it's handy. Like the more your team can do things, the better. The more efficient your practice is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Toronto is big on our growth plan for this year.
Mhm.
We'll be at ODA in April.
I wanna
So yeah, I think
Oh,
that's so
such
fun.
a
We'll
great
I'm
one.
gonna see if PDC is good for us. We'll see you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we have a booth out there. We have socks out there as well and
Mhm.
different swag.
Mhm.
Just really getting our name out in Ontario because what we're doing is different than every other school
Yeah.
that's in Ontario right now. So it's a different concept. There's going to be some brand awareness building out there
Yeah.
and just really educating the dentist on what we offer. So
And as much of as us West Coasters, may deny it, that's where the bulk of our population in Canada is. So that's like just
And
the
lot-
opportunity is there to
Absolutely.
do business there.
and lots of rural communities too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
ones that don't want to come to a traditional school in Ottawa or Toronto,
Yeah.
now they have an opportunity to stay in their hometown.
In Barrie.
Yeah.
What about 3 years? Like, where are things in 3 years? Are you south of the border? Are you like opening up more places in Canada? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. Well, we'd like to be south of the border in 3
Mhm,
years. It's definitely a part of our growth plan.
Have you looked into sort of what curriculum would need to be different down there? I
Yeah.
think that's probably the only differentiator, right?
Yeah. And it is different state to state.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, you can service California. This is the same population as Canada, right? Like
Exactly.
it's so much bigger.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like an online offering, like there's no capacity there, is there? Like, can you, or do you cap the amount of people coming through? Like, if there's a facilitator that only handles X amount of people, otherwise it just gets bananas.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's the clinical component that we currently have a 5-to-1 ratio for facilitator to student. So it's a really small
and that's
ratio.
important too, because you want that, like the mentorship. You guys touched on that, and I think that will mean the difference in between somebody that's successful after they're done.
Yeah, and we both come from, different education facilities, and that's really important as a facilitator, that especially in our program where it's more of a condensed kind of accelerated clinical component, we consciously and really wanted to make that decision to have a small number of clinical students.
Yeah.
So that is the kind of the cap, the online component. Yes, we can have unlimited students going through the theory. But even that too, there's still one-on-one tutorials happening. There's still exams. There's in-office activities to mark. So it's not, there's still going to be oversight throughout the theory component too, which we have a great team, again, overseeing that and really helping the students throughout the whole program with any...
Like on a one-to-one basis, how much access do the students have with the facilitators? Are they is it like an email or a phone call, like a FaceTime type situation, like you book a calendar type thing?
Yeah. So we have really responsive team members that answer emails like very quickly. As well, all of our students have access to booking one-on-one Google Meet, where they can speak to the facilitators. They can ask questions about upcoming exams. They can ask questions about the exams they've written, whatever concepts they are working on. But also that, like you touched on too, the mentorship component. Our students are really lucky because they have a whole team that they can go to, like if they're reading in their textbook one evening and they have questions, they can actually just go to the office the next day and say, hey, can I observe this particular procedure? Or can you show me if you see this particular anomaly? I'd like to see what that looks like in person. Or can you explain this? And so
that's cool.
Yeah, the students have a lot of resources to tap into, ourselves as well as their team members.
I think education is just going to be, this is the way it's going to go. You know?
Yeah, and you asked about Canada. We do have plans to go into other provinces. So we've had some of the regulators approach us to try and get into their province. So we're kind of bound by timelines that, the government sort of sets out for us and how quickly we can get that done. But that is definitely one of our goals.
Good old red tape, eh?
The red tape,
But we can share maybe not the specifics, but we did make some headway in one of the provinces.
I want specifics. Come on.
But the challenge in some jurisdictions is that they want a traditional program where the students are coming to a location. And so actually we've had lots of support. And
why is that? I just because of the whole hands-on component of things?
Not necessarily.
I don't think so. I think it's just
is there anything that you're sending packages out to these students at home, like practicing things?
No, not right now.
Is there is I know there is like an in class portion to the program, right?
When they come to clinic, yeah. But a lot of government regulation states that they also want to see a classroom component, even for theory.
Really?
And, our argument to that is I think we made a lot of headway during COVID.
Well,
and
if it gave us any gift,
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we actually, like Casey was saying, one of the provinces, we actually made a lot of headway, and they are changing legislation for us.
Oh, that's cool.
And January 2024 rewrote the policy. So we are now putting an application into that province, and we'll see a little bit of a different model.
I think, like, at the end of the day, if these students aren't getting through the gateway of the test, like, maybe the worry is that they're just going to sit online and not absorb things. I don't know. But are we all becoming a little weird sitting at home by ourselves looking at screens? Probably. Yeah. But were we already weird? Yes, we were.
Well, some of us were.
Yeah, some. Yeah, more than others, right? Yeah.
And the difference is that it's a requirement for them to be working in the office. So
right.
they're immersed in the dental culture throughout the whole program.
Do like the students interact?
Yeah,
that's actually really heartwarming too, is the way that when they come to clinical and when they leave clinic, they are just like little best friends, and it's very heartwarming to see them go through the second term and the second clinical, and they stay together, they rent Airbnbs together, and we have some students that have continued on to be really great friends after.
That's cool. Yeah, that's great. I've met, we've all met friends through school and things like that. It's cool. How long what's the longest program?
The longest dental assisting program?
Yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I think there's 2-year programs.
Is it like 24 months? Yeah.
Yeah, some are 2 years. I know Nate had one. I think they've gone back to a 10-month program.
Can you speed them up at your own pace? Like, is there a timeline?
Yeah, they can definitely speed up in hours up to a certain point. We've had students accelerate through the program and get it done quite a bit faster. We have guidelines on, how fast they can go, and as long as they're passing all of their exams and, doing it the correct way, then we don't mind that. But it's a lot when you're working full time. Yeah. And you're taking an online program like that. So we don't necessarily encourage them to speed up, but it is an option.
People just go, like, the flow's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. 5 years now.
Oh, 5 years.
You guys are balling. Now
Yeah, now we're in the States.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'd go to Ireland. It's one of
you finally offer Mark like your perks with WestJet.
Well,
those are pretty coveted.
They're pretty. Yeah, I feel like I get to be
how much
part
singing
of the WestJet.
do I have to do a lot of singing for that?
If we go to Ireland, you just have to like Guinness.
Okay. Done.
Yeah.
I'm in.
That's easy.
That's easy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I think that we would love to offer more programs in the dental industry. Like there's so
expanded,
many
like maybe a hygienist, have you ever thought about doing like a front desk program?
I've built one before.
Yeah. Do you know how amazing that would be?
But you know what? We've got some friends in the industry that do that. So our friends
Optimize Dental, Teresa Smith.
Yeah. And Oral Health Academy are our friends in Edmonton. Yeah. Oral Health Academy runs the dental admin program, and they're great. We're always giving them accolades on social media, and likewise them to us. One of the things we love about our industry is we all really help each other. We're not against each other. We're not competing for, students or time or, anything in the industry. We're really here to help and, try and fill seats in dental offices and try and promote our industry. So we have some really great friends. And so if they want dental admin, we funnel them through that. Yeah. And then dental hygiene, I mean, of course, who wouldn't want to run a dental hygiene program? Of course we would. It's very political. So
is it? Yeah. You don't want to step on toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of things that go along with that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah. We're all working together, but we're worrying about toes.
Yeah. And there's other opportunities too. Of different other dental programs. So we'd love to, I guess, add more offerings over the next few years.
Yes.
Yeah. Like maybe like an additional like bonus add-ons to things too. Is that is that relevant?
And I mean in Alberta, we could also create a preventive module, so where the assistants can scale under different requirements and restrictions. But that's great for somebody that also wants to continue their education and just kind of go in a pathway that is of growth. So
sweet. I love it. I love it. You guys are having a lot of fun right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We do have a lot of fun. We're really lucky.
Yeah, you guys are super passionate about this. It's amazing. You guys have done amazing. So,
thank you.
What else? What else could you tell me?
Oh boy.
I'm sure you guys are driving in or flying in, just thinking like, oh man, I want to talk about this particular thing.
Well, we did talk about our socks.
Yes.
Specific dental conference.
I will make sure that I get a pair this year.
Did we not give you any?
No.
Oh.
I missed out.
We didn't bring any today.
No, they're being delivered to Vancouver on Mondays.
I might have a sticker.
Oh, I love stickers.
Oh, we've got some.
Is it really, a scratch and sniff?
Oh, they're very punny.
They're Casey's favorite.
Are they? Yeah.
Punny.
I like a good pun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's going on at the PDC? Is there anything special happening at the booth? Why I know why people should come and see you, but why should they come? Why should folks come and talk to you at PDC? Sarah?
Well, if it's a student of ours or a dentist and we haven't met them face to face, we love to meet them. If they're new to the industry or new to us, if they don't know us, we would like to explain who we are and what we offer. And we brought some of our team, which is really exciting. So they'll be there with us.
Yeah, we've got a registrar, our operations manager. So yeah, we've got
the spin wheel.
Right, yeah.
A spin wheel?
We've got some good swag.
We've got a game.
Oh, spin wheel.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. So it'll be good. Casey and I love to be there. We like to talk.
No, you guys don't. Come on. And no, it's a great couple days. Like at the end of those 2 days, your feet are just killing you. But like my voice will just, I'm done.
I'm not wearing any type of heel this year.
Me either.
Right. No,
Me
I recommend against
either. Yeah, no, I'll even just wear comfortable like sneakers or something.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
Yeah. That's a pro tip. I bought like for our floor, we have like real comfortable tiles. That's like key too.
Nice.
Yeah. So
we got the padded carpet.
Yeah, come hang out. Yeah, well,
We
come
will.
hang out. Yeah, we'll come. We'll hang out.
Yeah, we'll be back and forth between each other's booths.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, guys, thank you so much for making it out. It's awesome to have you in the studio. Any final thoughts, like insightful, like something at the top of your mind? A cool quote that you've heard. Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah, why me?
Oh,
Why?
whoa! Time
Wait.
out. Tell me about your pin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's end on the pin.
Okay.
Actually, we won't end on the pin, but this is the second end thing.
Okay. Well, so for the second last thing we'll talk about.
Yeah.
It's my pin, and I was inspired to put it on because of your pin.
Aw.
And I feel like it's a certain type of a person that appreciates a pin on a suit jacket, and this is the Golden Key Honor Society. So, not very many people get chosen for this society. It's the people with a 4.0 GPA.
Damn.
So.
Damn. I can't have one. Dang it.
Not too many people have it.
That's a pretty cool pin. Awesome. Yeah.
That's cool, hey?
I love pins. I'm a pin guy.
Yeah.
Mine are usually revolved around being just a complete nerd. But
I know.
I've actually I've got like a person, and he's holding a sign, and on the sign it says shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what's on your pin?
I have one.
Oh, what is this one about?
It's a 20-side dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice. Casey and I have matching flamingos as well.
Flamingos?
Yeah, they're
To
pink.
be a flamingo among pigeons.
Are you guys going to wear pins at the PDC?
Probably those.
We should.
You guys should wear your flamingo pins.
We should. Yeah.
Because I've got like my whole like pin, like
Okay.
it's all set.
Maybe we'll trade pins.
Could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could bring all our pins.
Yeah.
Trade.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon cards.
Wow, the PDC just got more awesome.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Okay, final question.
Oh boy.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because it's in a bun.
Okay.
And so is.
There is no right or wrong answer, by the way. What do you
I
think?
feel like a sandwich is meat in a bun.
Yeah, fair.
So
fair,
it's a hot
fair.
dog.
I think it is its own category.
Really?
That's a good answer, actually. That's good.
Huh.
Yeah. It's in the hamburger family.
Yeah.
Maybe in the barbecue section.
Right.
I'll ponder that
Some to ponder.
Yeah.
for our third time on your podcast. I'll
Yeah.
give that some thought.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are like.
We can circle back to that.
Yeah. We'll have just the whole podcast will be on that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot dogs. We like hot dogs.
Thank you so much for being here. You guys, like, this is the first like time, like you've just like leveled up this podcast. Like people are flying to be on this show now. Like, boom, mic drop. Ah! We'll see you guys at the PDC next week. And thanks again. I'm huge fans of what you guys are doing.
Boom.
You're both super duper awesome folks. And that's it for now. How would folks get a hold of you, ladies?
Well, 2 ways. info@risiodental.com.
Okay.
Our website is risiodental.ca.
We see it on screen right now. Okay.
dentistandstudentsconnect.com.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're on all the socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, on all the socials. Good,
Yeah.
good,
And
good.
our phone number is 587-391-7843.
That's not your personal number, is it?
No, that's not myself.
Oh, it's right at the top here. 587-391-7843.
Yeah.
Cool. And who do they talk to? Is it like a human?
Yeah, any one of us. And yes, it is a human.
Amazing. Okay.
Mhm.
That's it for now.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye for now.